The African Transformation Movement and the economic freedom fighters say National Assembly Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula acted irrationally when MPs had to vote on the independent panel of experts report on the Phala-Phala saga. The ATM wants the decision of the Speaker to refuse a secret ballot vote system set aside, rather. The EFF is a respondent in the matter. Athi Mtongana is standing by to speak to the EFF. Hello, Athi.
Thank you so much, Dudu. I don't want to waste any time. We are about to step back into court to listen to legal representation from the economic freedom fighters, which is a respondent in the case, however, is in support of the applicant in wanting the decision of the Speaker to refuse a secret ballot to be set aside, amongst other things. Talk to us about why the EFF is here.
Good day to you and to your viewers at home. We are here as a fifth respondent and cited in court, but also are here to support the ATM on them seeking relief that the decision of the Speaker to refuse the secret ballot on the matter of the Section 89 committee must be declared unlawful, and because it's irrational. And you know the importance of that committee. It was not just another small committee that had no impact on the decisions of what's going to happen to the life of the position of the president. So it's one of those important decisions and committees that seek to deal with the status of the president. And we are saying that from the ruling that of 2017 by CJ Mukweng, where it said this is not just a small matter when the ATM, it was against the Speaker on the Gadla matter with Zuma of asking for a secret ballot. It was very clear that the members of Parliament, they've got a responsibility, and the supreme law of this country, that they must be, the members of Parliament, as they go inside Parliament and take an oath, they swear allegiance towards the Constitution and the law of this country. So it can be that on important matters, like the one of Section 89, where there was a committee established by the Speaker and the Parliament that came back and made findings against the sitting president, that there were issues that took place in the Phala-Phala farm of issues of hidden foreign currency, issues of assault and kidnapping. That was not a small matter that the Speaker would just come and say, no, it must be done on open ballot. And there were threats, because that case of 2017 came out clear that it's on the basis of the threats that were issued to members of Parliament about their livelihoods, including their jobs. And that's exactly what happened after that committee. They presented their report in Parliament. Demontashe went to threaten the members of the ANC to say, if you vote for that Section 89, that it must be debated in Parliament, you're going to lose your jobs, same as Paul Mashatile did the same. So we are agreeing with the ATM that for the Speaker to refuse the secret ballot, it was irrational, and that decision, it's either it must be sent back to the Speaker to reverse that decision and go back to the secret ballot, or it must be declared unlawful.
And now, just to refer to what Justice Tulare said to Advocate Kasiboto, saying that the same thing that you're complaining about insofar as the ANC members having to toe the party line because they were put there by their own party, you are privy to those same privileges as the EFF in the National Assembly. What do you say to that?
Look, I think Mumkweng was very clear. We are the parties, political parties. We might have our own principles on how to conduct ourselves, but that cannot go beyond the Constitution and the laws of this country. There is no party as the EFF. We've got our own Constitution, but that Constitution is still subject to the Constitution and the laws of this country. We can't say that because it's our Constitution, then it undermines the Constitution, especially when we become members of Parliament, because once we become members of Parliament, it means by the time we go and contest elections, we have accepted to subscribe to the Constitution and the laws of this country. That's what the Constitution that goes and establishes the Parliament of this country. So, and also the issues, they must be rational and be they must be looked at its merit and its importance and the impact. This is not just a matter of moving someone from one committee to committee. This is a matter where it's going to lead to the impeachment of a sitting president, and you expect that the same president is going to not to use every tactic to threaten the members that are supposed to sit on the committee that seeks to impeach him, because impeachment is not just another discussion in Parliament. So that's why the rationality comes in to say you might have your own principles as organizations, but all of us were subject to we swear allegiance to the Constitution and the rule of law of this country. And we are arguing on those bases to say this is not just another ordinary committee or another ordinary debate. This had an impact of removing the sitting president from office, because once you start the impeachment processes, once the results come out that he can be impeached, it means he's going to lose his seat from the office, and he will lose everything, including threats to the members of Parliament losing their livelihoods. And we know that in South Africa it's not just ends on those that we defy, and we know that immediately after that Dr. Nkosazana Zuma and those that voted for that committee to be established, they were threatened, and even the Kwetemantashe said they're going to be taken to the DC, which confirms exactly what Mokwen said, that these issues have got an impact on the livelihood. So those people, they won't go there and do it honestly. They're going to be voting under threats, and they won't use their consciousness and their allegiance to the Constitution. So the Speaker must protect them by making sure that there's a safe environment for them to operate, which is a secret ballot, and that's what we're calling for ourselves. Remember, we wrote to the Speaker ourselves requesting the secret ballot.
Thank you so much for your time, the Secretary General of the Economic Freedom Fighters, putting forward some of the arguments that have been put by Advocate Gasibotos, representing the EFF. After the lunch break, Dudu, we'll continue hearing a little bit from the EFF insofar as them supporting the ATM, as well as after that we'll hear from Mr. Butlander, who is representing the Speaker of the National Assembly that is being challenged by these political parties.
We'll touch base with you then a little bit later on. Athi Mtongana, thank you.